Y'all give me a second. Give me a second. Hold on. Sorry about that. YouTube family, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome to Larry's World. Mother truckers. Yeah. How we doing today, people? Can you dig it? Yeah. Welcome to this beautiful Monday, April 20th, 2026. Guys, let's thank God to be alive and let's rejoice and be glad in it. Yesterday, guys, I celebrated my daughter's 21st birthday, my wife and I. Makes me feel like I'm getting too old. But yeah, we had a great time yesterday. You know, she's 21. She kind of wanted to do her own thing, which we can respect. It's just a simple fact. We God allowed her to see 21 years on this earth. Thank God for that. But anyway, y'all, you know what I'm getting ready to do. I'm ready to make a phone call to Jesus Christ. Stay tuned. Yeah. All right. 1-800 Jesus. Jesus, what's going on, baby? Jesus. You are the best. Yes, that's a good topic. Let's step on some toes. Okay, thank you, sir. Peace. Blessings to you too. Bye. Love you as well. Bye. YouTube family, I got a good old topic. Are you ready? Mark, get set, go. Confusion fades when spiritual awareness steps in. I'm going to say it again. Confusion fades when spiritual awareness steps in. Larry, what do you mean by that? Oftentimes in life, guys, we wonder why certain individuals don't support us in what we're doing. But we got to understand is when we are in spiritual awareness, when we're aligned with Jesus Christ, these things will no longer confuse you. Because what we have to understand is we're living in something called spiritual wickedness in high places. Let me read these comments right here. Rice, what's going on with you? Rice Cake, what's up with you, man? Hope you're having a great day, man. Thank you for joining me in my live chat today. Yeah, man, I was just talking to the people, man. I was just saying confusion fades when spiritual awareness steps in. And I'm going to be honest with you, it's very, very hard to discern anything if you're not keeping Jesus Christ in the forefront. So you're about to go to sleep. Okay, man. Well, thank you for tuning in here with me, though, man. I appreciate you for just stopping in. Let's give a shout out to Rice Cake. Let's give a shout out to Y1M. What's going on with you? But yeah, if you ain't keeping him first, you're going to be confused. That's why I need you guys to understand. If you're not in alignment with him, when I need you guys to understand, if you don't know better about something, you're not going to know the difference. If you don't teach a child right from wrong, they're not going to know. You know what I'm saying? But oftentimes in life, we know, we don't have spiritual awareness because we don't want to have it. And once you teach somebody something, you know they're going to be held to a higher standard. And I believe that's why people don't want to do better. Let's read some of these shout outs in right here. What do you say right here? 5399, what's going on with you? Hope you're having a great day, man. But when you walking with him, you won't be confused. I'm trying to tell you what I know. You will not be confused when you are walking with him. Confusion sets in, guys. What I need you guys to understand is confusion sets in when we allow the devil to step in. But I need you guys to understand this. The devil confuses us. It's the situation that we're going through that causes us to be confused, and that is the devil. Jesus Christ doesn't confuse us. Jesus Christ is going to guide us and protect over us. 5399, yep, about you. What's this live about, man? Today, man, I'm talking about confusion fades when spiritual awareness steps in. That's what we're talking about today. Oftentimes, we wonder why certain people not in our corner like we should be. But like I said before, these are just people who they really don't have nothing going on. What I need you guys to understand, most people have something called the crabs in the bucket method. What is a crabs in the bucket method? Oftentimes, when people are not on the level of success that we're on, people tend to get mad and they get upset. But what you guys got to understand is it's gonna all fade when you're walking with Jesus Christ, and you'll start understanding people a whole lot more once you're walking with Jesus Christ. 2205. We say, all right, what's on your way? You need more confidence and more scriptures. You're on your way, my brother. I appreciate that, man. You're on your way. You need more confidence and more scriptures. You're on your way. What do you mean more confidence and more scriptures? What are you talking about? I'm not trying to be too loud. There's people in my house that's trying to sleep. It ain't about confidence. It's about not trying to wake everyone up. I don't want to wake everybody up in my house. My wife, she's busy trying to get stuff done. So out of respect, I'm not trying to get too loud. It has nothing to do with confidence. I'm trying to understand what you're talking about, right? What? Never mind. I'm trying to understand what you're saying, bro. What you're on your way. You need more confidence and more scriptures. Okay, what are you trying to say, bro? I'm not understanding what you're saying. Okay, what? Never mind. Yep, sometimes they blame too. That's it. He say they blame too. I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about right here. Ninja Train. Listen, y'all, when y'all get in here and y'all try to comment, if I don't understand something, word it where I can understand. Maybe I'm not understanding what you're trying to say here. I'm not trying to step on toes. I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about. More confidence. I'm not understanding what you're talking about. Would you care to join a game and playing with a friend? UK versus US trivia. He has an English stream on his phone. I have you guys on mine. I'm not really too big on gaming though, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. So I'm gonna say pass on that because I don't really play video games. I'm not, it is what it is, yo. But I don't really play the video games like that. Yeah. What do you say right here? Rupee on track. What's going on with you? Hope you having a great and marvelous day. Yeah, y'all. But you're never going to see these things. If you're not walking with Jesus Christ, you're not going to see these things. I promise you that. You're not. Let's read some more of these comments right here. Clinner, what's going on with you? Hope you're having a great and marvelous day, brother. What do you say right here? Mr. Slotman, no worries, sir. Have a blessed day. It's a general knowledge game where I ask questions and to chat at first to get it wins. Okay. You're going to do it on here now? If you're going to do it on here now, we can do it. If you're going to do it now while we're on the live chat, we can do it now. But, once I get off of here, I don't play video games. Isn't right here in... Okay, what are you talking about right here? Is I beat you in a 1v1 in the day slot. Sky Fishing, what's going on with you? What's good with you? If I can, sir. Okay. Just let me know, man. Just let me know. Yeah, that'll be fine. If you can, if not, it's all right. But yeah, y'all, people, what is wrong? I got this thing. Hold on, y'all give me a second. I didn't even know my phone was on. Look at my phone. See my phone right there? It's on. I didn't know it. I'm trying to turn it off. It won't even turn off. It is what it is. Hi, where are you from, sir? I'm from South Carolina, man. From South Carolina. But what I need you guys to understand, it don't matter where you are in the world. There's a lot of spiritual wickedness in high places. Everywhere. Every level, like I tell you guys, every level requires a new devil. Hey, that's your opinion on that, big dog. Trump 47, hey, to each his own. That's who you rock with, that's who you rock with. I can't tell you who to vote for or who not to vote for, but I can tell you who I didn't vote for, and it certainly wasn't him. Hi, where you from? I'm from South Carolina. You look like my, okay. Well, I appreciate that, D9C. Okay, first question, what museum would you find? I don't know nothing about that. Mr. Sloth, man, I don't know nothing about it. I don't know nothing about that. Sorry, I can't help you on that. Don't know nothing about that right there. As long as you also don't vote for Biden, be cool. I'm not, listen, I didn't care for neither one of them. I'm gonna be real with you. Yeah. No, I am not, to answer your question. I am happily married. Yeah. I almost been married for 10 years. Sorry. Can't help you right there. I'd vote for Pebble before I vote for Trump. Say you'll vote for a Pebble before you vote for Trump. I heard that. What do you say right here? Mr. Sloth, man, I used to support Trump until this year thing. Everything it did doesn't affect. I never did support him. So each his own. People can support who they want to support. I ain't got no control over who people want to vote for. All I know, who I ain't voting for. Yeah. Have a good stream, sir. I greatly appreciate that. The spiritual presence influence reality. The spiritual, that's a good question right there. He said the spiritual presence influence reality. Yes, spiritual presence. So if you are devilish and if you have a demonic spirit and you look devilish, you always hatred looking, yes, it's going to affect your reality because if you are what you act. So if you act a certain way and you lash out at people, that's exactly what you're going to be. If you're kind to others and you treat people with the utmost respect, you are going to be a reality of what you put out there. So to answer your question, I try to answer that question the best way I possibly could. Yeah, so hope I try to answer that question for you as best as possible. I'm Norwegian. What do you say? I'm Norwegian originally, so I will run back. Yeah, if shit goes south, we have our own oil. Well, that's good. Y'all got your own oil, cause over here, yeah, we don't have none of that right there. 53.99. Any more questions, man? Y'all got any questions? Let's talk about it right here. Let's talk about it. Yeah, let's talk about this thing. Grumpy old bastard. What's going on with you? I know it sounds crazy. It sounds like I'm calling him out, but that's his name. That's his name. Grumpy old bastard. That's a unique name. Yeah. Yeah, y'all. But like I said, the more when you walking with God, you'll start to understand why people think the way they think. But I need you guys to understand when people are the way they are, it's not physically them. It is spirits inside of people. Some people got evil spirits. There's all type of spirits. You got monitoring spirits. I got you. I'm gonna read you in a minute. Let me read these now. What it say? What do you think about abortion? What do I think about abortion? I'm not against it. I'm not against abortion because I feel like some things could have been a mistake. You know, but if you go and have 3 abortions, there's nothing mistakable about that. First time you fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, you can't fool me again. Something like that. That old saying. But you know, maybe they wasn't ready yet. You know what I'm saying? But you have to be very careful about getting multiple abortions because if you start to get multiple abortions, then when you try to get pregnant again, you might not be able to get pregnant again. That's why I tell people be very careful when you get pregnant or get an abortion because now know you might not be able to get pregnant again. But if you're not ready, it's best to have an abortion too. So it's either or. Just know that may be your final and last abortion that you can have. But I hate to see, now I will say this right here. Let's just say somebody got molested or raped or something like that right there. I can understand getting an abortion. You know what I'm saying? Because you had it in a way you didn't want to have it. Then that right there, I think that is okay. That is okay because you that's not a way you wanted it to have. You didn't want to have it like that. My teacher crashed out on me today. Why did your teacher crash out on you, man? What do you think about Murphy laws? I don't know nothing about Murphy laws. What is that? LeBron or Jordan? I'm going to have to go with Jordan on that, big dog. What do you say right here? Mr. Sloth, man, I think if you want to do whatever you want with your body, your choice, then we have every right to not pay a dime if we don't want anything to do with the kid. Well, like I said, you got to understand, it is your body, your choice. But I don't want to hear people crying out later on, oh, I got an abortion. You got to remember now, the choices that you make can cost you in the long run. So meaning you might get an abortion, but you may not be able to have no more kids after that. You might not be able to have no more kids after that. Those are the type of things you got to look at. So before you have that abortion, you got to think long and hard about it. this might be the only time I can get pregnant. After this right here, something might happen. You know what I'm saying? Where I can't have kids. So you got to think about that. But if you having a kid, like I said, you was molested or raped or something like that, and you got pregnant like that, I can understand wanting an abortion because you don't want a child in this world that you really didn't want from the start. I understand that right there. Depends on if we are judging or Jesus. What are you talking about? I don't understand what you're talking about right there, big dog. Let's say a guy sins and he truly believes that what he did was not a sin. Does that make sin objective on views? No, what I need you, let me read that again. He say, let's say a guy sins and he truly believes that what he did was not a sin. Does that make sin objective on? No, that doesn't. See, what I need you guys to understand it. See, we want things to be pleasant in our eyes. We're not looking at Jesus Christ's eyes. Some people might think that committing adultery is not a sin. It is a sin. If you look it up in the Bible, committing adultery is a sin. But see, a lot of people look at, in foreign countries, they doing it. See, we trying to make it better for ourselves. That don't make it right because the world, something else I need you guys to understand. Because society view it as okay, don't make it okay. Oftentimes in life, guys, what I noticed that we do is we always look at what society looks at. Society don't think it's okay to be gay. Society said it's okay to get an abortion. Just because society say that, what is society? The world, the things that surround us, people. Because people okay it don't mean it's all right. I don't know what this message is for. Oftentimes, we're always looking for validation from the world, validation from people. When we're going to start taking validation from Jesus Christ? Jesus Christ is the only one I want validation from. I don't know about y'all. I don't never hear nobody take validation from the Bible. We're always looking at validation from judges, doctors, lawyers. If it wasn't for Jesus Christ, these people wouldn't even exist from the start. I don't understand why we do this right here. Let's read some more of these. Black Sean Connery looking good, bro. 7316, what's up with you? For us, maybe in God's eyes, no, you are sinning nonetheless and are in a need of repentance. That's it. But see, most of us are hanging around people that be like, oh man, what you did wasn't a sin. It can be forgiven. And you got to watch these type of people right here that say, oh, you can go to God and ask for forgiveness. Yes, granted you can. But like I say all the time, going to him does not mean you're going to not be punished. That's what I need you guys to understand. If you have a child and your child skipping school, bullying people, doing everything under the sun that they shouldn't be doing, your kid might come home and say, Mama, please forgive me. I'm sorry for what I did. You're going to say, I forgive you, but I'm still taxing that ass. That's what you're going to do. And that's the same way with Jesus Christ. If we go out here and commit a sin or do something we ain't got no business doing, granted, depending on the severity of it, even with a kid, depending on the severity of what they did, you may forgive this kid and there may not be any action because maybe they made a mistake. I think the same way with Jesus Christ, depending on the severity of what you did. You know what I'm saying? But if you know something and you constantly keep going down the same rabbit hole, there has to be consequences. In other words, how you going to learn from it? Okay, what do you say right here? You love to justify abortion. Who love to justify? Who's justifying abortion? You must be talking to old buddy above me. I ain't gonna justify that. Let me see right here. You shouldn't be trying to preach until you're ready for my. I don't know what you're talking about. He is preaching. He asked a question. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. He didn't start this by his own. David stay in the stream a little longer before assumptions. Hey, just ignore that, big dog. But I appreciate it. BF20, what's up with you? Murphy's Law states anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Let's say you fear something and something you may happen in a higher chance. When you say when you fear something it'll go wrong, a lot of times, I mean, we all go through life fearing things. So, I mean, everybody fears something. I hate when people say, I don't fear nothing. Everybody fears something. Well, some people may not. Some people like to live life on the edge, but everybody has something that they're fearful of. But I feel like when you put it out in the atmosphere, this is when things tend to happen. Sometimes you don't need to let everybody know what your fears are because people can take that and use it for your weakness. I don't know who this message is for. Give that back to your, what are you talking about? I smoked weed on occasion and I tried to justify it through scripture, but it was clear not to put into your body what can cause you harm. But Jesus drank wine as later learning it was much healthier. I never read nothing in the Bible about smoking weed. I don't know nothing about it. I feel like there's nothing wrong with it if you're doing it in moderation. Now, this is just my opinion on it. I've never seen nowhere in the Bible about smoking weed. I don't know. See, I can't answer. I'm not gonna get on here and tell you what. See, a lot of y'all want me to get on here and butter y'all up about like buttermilk popcorn. I'm not getting ready to do that. If I don't know the answer, I'm gonna tell you. In my opinion, if you smoke a little bud or drink from time to time again, you are human at the end of the day. I'm not trying to tell you to go out here and put no needle in your arm or smoke crack. No, I'm not trying to tell you to kill yourself. Enjoy yourself. You want to smoke a little bud? I don't feel like nothing wrong with it. In moderation. In moderation. Yeah. But we got to stop trying to justify things. Like I said, nowhere in the Bible it say it's not to smoke weed, but I'm not saying that it's right or wrong. But I feel like in moderation it's okay. That's my opinion on that. Don't shoot the message. The time to drink wine than water. What's going on with you, Silhouette? What's good, Larry? Hope you're having a blessed day. Man, I'm having an excellent day, man. Just talking to the people today, man. I'm just talking about confusion fades when spiritual awareness steps in. Like a lot of us are confused. I used to wonder why my family, some people in my family would do the things that they would do. But when I started walking with God more, I started realizing that, light is, darkness is afraid of light. So when people see you got a glow on you and you got an essence on you that's so bright, it's shining bright like a diamond, it's going to make people afraid of you. And this is often why at times godly people find themselves in a lot more spiritual warfare than most people. I see it's an occasion manifest. I don't know what you're talking about right there. Free Charlie Epperson. And flags has been removed from keyboard. I don't know what you're talking about, big dog. That's the confliction because he tells you not to cause harm to your body by what you put in it, but like you said, in moderation, because Jesus didn't look down on the ones who drank wine. Like there's nothing wrong with it. The problem what I have is when people smoking so much or drinking to the point they don't know what's going on. If you staggering over and you know what I'm saying, you drunk, you don't remember what happened to you the next day, that's a problem. But just because I said moderation, but I need you guys to understand too, moderation don't necessarily mean you need a little bit of wine every day. I know they said if you drink a little bit of wine every day is good for the heart, but they don't necessarily mean you need to drink wine every day. Moderation means once in a while. Moderation doesn't mean every day. Or having a slight little taste of wine. That's not moderation then. Moderation is once in a while. And that don't mean when I say moderation, then all of a sudden you go to the store and you ain't had no wine in 5 years, so you go get 30 bottles. Now you don't have enough to equivalent for the amount of wine for 10 years. So I need y'all to understand what moderation is. That means once in a while in small increments. That's what that means. There are definitely more bad spirits at night too, and it ain't coincidence. That's it. And the reason why that is there's more bad spirits at night, Terry, is because most people that are dark come out at night. Most people that are got dark spirits come out at night. Most people that are very uplifting and spiritual, they do things in the daytime because they know what danger awaits them at night. They know what danger awaits them at night. You know what I'm saying? This is why. Like even me, I used to go to the gym, man, in the break of dawn, right before 5. I used to go to the gym at 3, 4 in the morning. But I see all these demonic spirits out here. I'm not taking a chance. I'd much rather go when it's daytime. People can say, oh, you being soft. I don't care what you say. Because you don't have a heaven nor hell to put me in. I don't know what this message is for. Got to start worrying about everything people say. If I worried about everything people said, I wouldn't be as far as I am on this YouTube channel. If I worried about everything I said, I wouldn't have the muscles that I have. That's why I need you guys to understand. Look at where you are now. What I need some people to understand is look at where you are now. Are you happy where you are now? Do you feel like that you could be further along if you had to not listen to everything people said? I know for a fact I would have been further down the road. Like I told you guys years ago, I had a chance to get $100,000 scholarship. But I was worried about what people think. I'm trying to be cool with the rest of the kids. They didn't stand up to get the scholarships, so I was trying to be cool and fit in. But what I need you guys to understand is that sometimes trying to fit in will cost you later. I don't know who this message is for. That's why they say in the Bible, don't be of the world. When you are of this world, you're going to be treated differently. When you are not of the world, meaning you're not doing devilish things like everybody else, you're going to be treated just like Jesus Christ. This is why people hated Jesus Christ, because he was not of this world. He was born in this world, but he was not of this world. The minute you go against the grain and you start walking with Jesus Christ, that's when all type of devilish spirits and demonic spirits are going to lash out at you. I get done at work at midnight in Antonio Avenue in Charlotte. I go straight home and shop and no stopping. That's it. And it's sad that it's like that now. It's sad that it's like that now, man, where you got to kind of go home. Like, I ain't going to lie. Yesterday, man, when I got off, I was like, you know what? Maybe I should go to the store, pick up a few items. But then I was like, I'm kind of tired, and, you're just thinking about those demonic spirits that come out at night, man. You're just thinking about them demonic spirits. I mean, it's not good to go through life in fear, and I'm not telling y'all to do that, but we have to use our gift of discernment. A lot of creepy crawlers are out at night, y'all. We know this. Most of us know this, but we go out anyway. Now, I get it. Sometimes you have to go out at night. If you have a nighttime job and you got to go out at night, I understand that. But if you can, by all costs, by all means, do your best to do whatever you have to do while there is daylight. Now it's not as bad right now because it's approaching summer. We're in the hot months where you have more daytime. But in the wintertime, it's dark at 5:30, 5:15. Try to do what you can before those demonic spirits come out. Now, granted, there's always demonic spirits out, guys. But what I need you guys to understand, we live in a time now where it don't matter what day it is. But for the most part, though, when you see most robberies and stuff like that, most time this stuff occurs at night. Most time it occurs at night. But when you walk with Jesus Christ, he gonna see. You'll understand why people are why they are the way they are. They're spirits. It's not really the person. It's the spirit that lives inside of these people that makes them go down the rabbit hole of destruction that they're going down. That's why I need y'all to understand today. But anyway, y'all, like I said, I just want to get on here and drop this short vid for you guys. Thank all you guys for tuning in. Those who tuned in, even if it was just for a few seconds, I want to say thank you and God bless you. And all of you guys have a blessed and marvelous day. But I need you guys to do me a very serious favor. Make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button, okay? This way, ladies and gentlemen, like I say all the time, you guys are the first to be notified. I can't be bought. I can't be replicated. I can't be duplicated. You will never find another content creator like me. I promise you that. If you don't hit the like, share, subscribe button, I'm not going to lose no sleep. That part right there. Okay, man. Thank you, man. Terry RC, have a good one. I'll probably be doing another live here in a few hours. I got to go back and watch this one. But I will be doing another live, Terry, if you have the opportunity and time presents itself. All you guys, please come back and join. Love all you guys. And we'll go ahead and end this thing in a prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you for this day today, Lord. This day that was not promised, but you let us see it anyhow. Lord, we have to understand that right now there's a lot of demonic spirits out there today. Lord, I ask that you remove those demonic spirits from people. And Lord, we have to understand is when we're walking with you, we start to understand these things more. It's kind of hard to understand anything if you don't know first off why it's happening. But once you understand why it's happening, it's your time to change the situation. Listen, y'all, I'm out here like last year. Cook, boom, peace, I'm out. That's a good question right there. Let me read this right quick before I get off of here. He said, is there any situation ever that it would be okay to punish someone for someone else's crime? I don't know the answer to that. I don't know. Join me back in here in the next. Matter of fact, hold on. I'm gonna talk about that in the next video. I'm gonna talk about that in this next video because I like that right there. How about, can you join me in my next video? Join me in my next video. I'm gonna talk about this right here. Okay, ratio 1. Let's talk about this in the next video. That's a good one. All right. Peace. Make sure you join me. All right, bye.